So I participated in the Criminal Defense and Racial Justice Clinic. The supervisor is Professor Aisha Murphy. So there we represent indigent clients charged with misdemeanors in DC Superior Court. And so what we do there is we start from the time a client comes in for arraignment, where we might argue probable cause. Next, we'll walk with the client through the whole process of arraignment, where they can decide whether there's enough evidence to hold the client or not. We also will work with them on whether or not they want to take their case to negotiating with the opposing party to see if there's a plea deal to make, or could ultimately also take a case to trial. So some of the highlights for me were working very closely with our professor throughout the whole clinic, where we did a lot of training on learning how to do opening statements, closing statements, cross-examination of witnesses, taking statements from witnesses, and actually representing clients in court. We actually were doing the work of attorneys under the supervision of our professor, but we are writing motions. We're actually standing up in court before the judge. We are going against assistant United States attorneys in court, and you just learn how to practice. And so I think it's the practical aspect of it. And one of the wins we had is we had one client who had what is called a deferred sentencing agreement. And so we had to advocate for him, which we were able to successfully do. And this past summer, we actually were able to go into court, and he was able to take back his guilty plea, and now he was able to leave with no criminal conviction at all. I think an important thing to know is that if you're going to work in the criminal defense clinic, that you have to be passionate about people, but then also passionate about the law as well. We had one client in court where there was an upsetting moment that happened in court, and so and we were able to help guide them through that. And honestly, we probably learned a lot during the process ourselves, because you're dealing with people with real emotions. And so it's not just the law, it's also client management and helping people emotionally, the whole person get through the situation.